Thanks, Ed.
You bet.
By the way, KUB is saying that a tree fell on a power line in South Knoxville. They're trying to get power restored right now. What may seem like an ordinary email from a bank stating that you've seen fraudulent activity on your credit cards could mean you're the target of a phishing scam. Joining us this morning with tips on how to block this, what to look for, our expert Dan Thompson from Claris Networks. Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, we've seen these for quite some time. Are they starting back up again, or what's the deal?
Yeah, they absolutely are. So at Claris Networks, we manage networks for lots of different people, so we get to see a lot of different things. And what we've noticed here over the last several months is a trend and an uptick in email-borne attacks. And those are either taking the form of, virus activity like the crypto locker virus that we've talked about, ransomware viruses that we've talked about, all the way to phishing, which is what you were just talking about, trying to steal people's personal information. And it feels like maybe they have become more successful, and so people are trying them more. So really want to just take a couple of minutes this morning and talk about, hey, how do you identify it? How do we protect ourselves? And the very first thing that we should say is, if it ever was, email is no longer a trusted platform. We have to all be very skeptical of really anything you get in your inbox. And that's corporate email, personal email, regardless, because all these attacks are taking the form of something that would look like it's legitimate, but it's actually not. So here's a great example. So this is one of the websites that you can link to. I believe this is Montreal, Bank of Montreal. So this is what the website actually looks like, and then sometimes when you click links in the email, it will look like that. Nope. Wrong one. Anyway, so it was a different screenshot, but essentially what the point there was is that when you go, oh, here it is. So this is also a very official looking website, right?
Yeah.
Like if you hadn't been to their website in a while, you might think, oh, well, they've just remodeled their website, right? So this is actually the fraudulent one, and what they were going for here is, you got an email, just like you just said, so there's been fraudulent activity, we need you to update your information. You click a link, it takes you to that web page instead of the real one, and because it looks convincing, you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll just put in for my information, and now they've got you.
And they got you.
That's exactly right.
Any specific group that they're going after, or just everybody?
So with phishing scams, you have kind of a broad array. Some of them are just kind of casting really big nets. Some of them are what they call spear phishing, which is when they're going after specific people. What we have been seeing are kind of those broad nets. So really just, like you may not even have, I don't know why you would have a bank account with the Bank of Montreal, right. But they just send these out to anybody. And what they're hoping for is like elderly people or people who are just not paying attention are clicking a link and it doesn't even occur to them, well, wait, I don't even have a bank with them.
Right.
You just see the email and you immediately think all these are sort of knee-jerk reactions saying, hey, there's something wrong, you need to take care of it very quickly. And so we, out of urgency, click the link and then give over our information. So it's something that we all have to be aware of. We all have to be cautious of. These ransomware viruses that are going around right now, like crypto locker, and then the subsequent offshoots of that, where they steal your data, you have to pay a fee to get it back. Those things are going around like crazy. Same thing, we're seeing those on Android phones now. So we just have to be very careful what we click on. If it looks legitimate, here's a good strategy. So if it's, say it's Visa has contacted you and you feel like maybe there legitimately is a problem, instead of clicking a link in the email, pull up your browser and just type in visa.com, or better yet, call the 1-800 number on the back of your credit card, because you'll get a live person, you know that that's a trusted number, and then just say, hey, I got this email. Is this legitimate? Is something I should be concerned about? And of course they will tell you, yes it is, or no, it's simply a scam and you can ignore it.
All right, and you're going to hang around for the Fox.
Absolutely, more information on Fox.
Hopefully, if folks do fall for it, what do they need to do to fix it? And you'll help us with that coming up over on Fox. All right, still to come here on 10 News Today, we'll have a look at some national news, but before